there. My name is Linda McLean, and I am the Director and 4-H Educator for Colville Reservation WSU Extension 4-H program. Today we're going to learn about seed balms for pollinators. Seed balms are a combination of air-dry clay, potting soil, and flower seeds combined to make a little ball that you can put outside and flowers will grow from this. Why we're working with pollinators, you say? And what are pollinators? Pollinators are animals, insects, or birds that transfer pollen from one flower to the next to help them grow and thrive and survive. Without pollinators, many of our fruits and vegetables and trees would not be able to grow and produce food for us to eat. There are 5 main pollinators: ants, bees, bats, butterflies, and hummingbirds. You've never heard that an ant is a pollinator? Well, you're right. It's not as prominent or as well known as butterflies or bees, but ants do love nectar. And bees, as far as pollinating bees, they pollinate about a third of the world's food. So if you would imagine taking your food on your plate, like say your lunch or your plate, divide that in threes, and 1/3 of it would not be possible if it weren't for bees pollinating our flowers. So, what do we need to get started with our seed balm? You need air dry clay, and it comes in many different colors and varieties. I'm using white today, but you might have brown or terracotta color or some other color. Flower seeds, we have a good mixed variety of plants here that are specifically for pollinators, and you might be working with, we're going to use a pollinator mix designed specifically for the Colville Reservation in this project. Or you could use any kind of seed that you would like that you want flowers to grow. And then just simple potting mix. So if you don't have any actual potting mix that you could use, you can get some soil from your yard, and that would work just as well too, because we just need a little bit to put in the ball. So what you're going to do is take your clay and break off a chunk about the size of a walnut. Roll it in your hands to make a ball. You want to make a nice ball. That's about the size of a walnut. You're going to take that, put your thumb in it, and make an indentation. And then just pinch, pinch, pinch and turn, pinch and turn, pinch and turn, pinch and turn, pinch and turn until you have a bowl. See, there's a nice little bowl in there. You're going to take a pinch of potting soil, just a pinch, you don't need much. This is just going to give a little bit of nourishment to the seeds while they grow. Then you take a pinch of your flower seeds. Don't worry about what kind, it's a variety, because like I said, we want to attract all the different pollinators to our little flower garden. So there's a variety of seeds in here. So you just take one little pinch and you get a lot of seeds in that pinch. You'd be surprised at how many seeds are just in that pinch. Okay. Then you're going to pinch your pot closed. Close the hole. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Then squeeze it. Squeeze it to mix it all up. Squish it and compress it and roll it into a nice ball again. Okay. You have a nice smooth ball. Then you roll it in a little bit of potting soil. This just camouflages it because I'm using white. If you're using a different color, if you have a brown one already, don't worry about rolling it in here because that gets kind of dry and falls off anyway. But I do this to camouflage the white. Otherwise, it looks like eggs or something that's very attractive to rodents that might want to eat this. So then you set this in a nice, safe place to dry. And it will take about 24 to 48 hours to dry. So you want to leave that sitting for about 2 to 3 days to dry. So back to our pollinators. So we talked about ants as pollinators, but what about bats? Did you realize that bats are pollinators too? Yes, they are. And so how bats transfer pollen is they suck the nectar out of the fruits and flowers, and some of the pollen gets on their fur. And then when they go to the next plant and the next plant, it transfers from their fur into the flower to pollinate it. Okay, we'll make another one. So again, you're going to pinch off a chunk, size of a walnut, roll it into a ball. Got your ball. Put your thumb in, index finger on the outside, pinch, turn, pinch, turn, pinch, turn, pinch, turn, pinch, turn, pinch, turn. You have a cute little bowl. Okay, one little pinch of potting soil. Drop it in there. This is nourishment for your seeds. Has all the nourishments that the seeds need. And then a pinch of your seeds. Drop those in there. Whoops, I dropped one on my fingers. Now close your bowl opening. Pinch it, pinch it, pinch it. Squish with your hands together. Squish. Roll into a ball. Whoop. There. Roll it into a ball. And then roll it into the potting soil. It just kind of camouflages it nicely so that it doesn't look so pure white against the soil when you put it outside. Otherwise, it might look like an egg and birds or other rodents might want to come and take away your seed balm. Set it aside to dry. So what about butterflies? How do butterflies pollinate, do you think? Yep, they fly. Butterflies have a long proboscis, which people think is a nose, but it's actually their mouth part, and it's like a straw. And they put their mouth part into the flower and they suck the pollen and suck the nectar out of the flower that way with their proboscis, which is a long straw. And it's actually their mouth part. And then the pollen gets stuck in their little leaves or little wings, and then they transfer the pollen when they go to the next flower. So butterflies can travel a long way. Since they have a larger wingspan, they can travel farther than bees. And actually, they visit and cover a larger area than bees do. And hummingbirds, if it weren't for hummingbirds, about 8,000 of our species of flowers would not be pollinated or growing in the Americas. Hummingbirds are fast. They can travel about 500 miles at a time, and they flutter from flower to flower. They visit about 100 flowers per day. That's a lot of flowers. And they can actually put their tongue into nectar 13 times a second. That is fast. Could you try that? I don't think you can go as fast as 13 licks per second. That is quick. So one more time, pinch your clay about the size of a walnut, roll it, put your thumb in the middle, index finger on the outside, pinch, pinch, pinch and turn, pinch and turn, pinch and turn, pinch and turn, pinch and turn. You have a little bowl. Pinch of soil goes in. Pinch of seeds goes in. Squeeze it together. Close that opening. Pinch your ball together. Pinch, pinch, pinch. Roll, roll, roll it into a round shape. Take it and roll it into your potting soil. And then set that aside to dry. Now what this does is once they're dry, you can ask your parents or your teachers where would be a good place to plant these. And the idea is you put them outside any place where you would like flowers to grow and attract pollinators. So you just set them out, and then when the lawn gets watered or the rain falls, it softens that clay and it feeds the soil and the seed that's inside the clay. The clay washes away and the seed grows through the soil. Then it takes root in the ground. And then pretty soon you'll have a whole bunch of wildflowers attracting honeybees, ants, butterflies, hummingbirds, and bats to your area. Thank you for watching and good luck planting your seed bombs. Have a good day.